Today's air gunning video is brought to you from the studio of Papa T Adventures. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, family, and welcome back to Papa T Adventures. Today we got another First Shots, First Thoughts, this time with that Beeman P17, also known as the Model 2004. This is a pistol. We're going to be shooting it today with some Meisterkugeln 7.0 grain. This is a 177 single pump pneumatic pistol. From reading, it's basically a knockoff of the Beeman P3. So a Chinese version of that German-made gun. For cocking it, pull back this hammer, releases pump, pull the pump arm out, load a pellet, bring it back down, and then shoot. It does have safety here. So a little different than a lot of the pistols. Supposed to be pretty accurate. Looking forward to putting this through its paces. Of course, we're going to do that today with Hasbro's St. Paddy's Day challenge that he's got going on. Most likely we'll be at the 5-yard line. Of course, we're going to have to get some sighters in at the beginning of that. Make sure we're on target. So let's get down to the range and see how we do. And then we'll come back to the table and talk some more. See you shortly, family. All right, family. We're actually going to shoot this at the 7-yard line today. And I apologize. I know I normally do my very first shots on camera for you guys. But I went ahead and sighted this in. I put about 19-20 shots through to get it sighted. More or less on target. I guess we'll find out. But we'll start with the sighters. So as mentioned, pull back that hammer. It releases. Pull that barrel forward. That part's pretty easy. And you take a pellet. And you actually load up in here. Then got to close it. It's a little bit of effort for that. Make sure you keep an open hand so you don't pinch yourself. It is an automatic safety. Starting off with sighter, family. Go ahead and do our standard 3 shots. See how Papa did it sighting in. And he sights at 7 yards for you. Looks like that one went high. Your pump stroke for this is on the close. And the open stroke is real easy. All right, here's shot number 3 for the sighter. Go ahead and put our safety on. Take a look real quick. All right, so we got one there. The other 2 went a bit high. So we'll see how much of that was Papa, how much was the gun. I also did not clean the barrel, which a lot of people recommend to do before starting out. That'll happen after this. Maybe I'll put at the end of the video how the patches looked. Oh, sometimes feels harder than others. All right, starting at the center target, family. Looks like we're on target. Did pull out a colored one for you guys today. I thought a First Shots, First Thoughts warranted full color. Two. Now what we're going to do, set out these pellets ahead of time, because we all know how well Papa counts. Or doesn't keep count. Sometimes a little bit of a struggle to get this pellet in. Other times I get it right in. So I like to put my hand just in front of the sight, rear sight. So I get maximum leverage without putting any pressure on the sight. I did read some comments about they don't always pop back up. Oh, that one went high. Shot number 4. I will tell you all, this trigger is super smooth. It's probably the best trigger I have on all my guns. Lightest trigger. All right, here's our last shot at the center target. We'll take a look after this. Safety's on, take a look, and then we'll move to the... All right, well, you see I pulled 3 of them high. 1, 2, 3. Another one high over here. And the first one on target, and then after that, we went off. We'll move to the top left, family, then the top right. we'll take a look before we do the bottom ones. I suspect a good amount of this is the old Papa factor. We have to set out our pellets before we started. That way we don't have to count. All right, now they're set out. And who knows how much of this pumping effort is also what's affecting me. But I suspect that's a minor part of it. Feel free to leave any feedback you might have on my stance and shooting, or really anything else you might have. Maybe any tricks you've learned for loading. Sometimes I line this up perfect, other times not so much. I already feel the wobbling old Papa's arms. Ooh, that one went way high. All right, not looking great, family. We're a little all over the place. I guess when we do the cleaning, we'll see if that's the reason. Moving on to the top right. Oh, went off to the right. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments. You guys like this dual camera view like this? Prefer to just see the target as I'm shooting it. Don't care either way. Two more. I'll take a gander at the terribleness that we are putting onto this target. Probably get that one off quicker than I should have. There we go. Take a look, family. See what we got. Nothing on this one. We went high, side. I'm not sure. We got some bunched over here. Looks like we managed an edge there. I'm not sure where the fifth one for that one went. So far, not looking great, family. Move down here. See if we can't clean up a little bit and actually get some on target. Come on, our next 5 pellets. We'll do some future date, some pellet testing. See if there's something P17 likes better. I'm not seeing where these are going. I like to pretend that they're hitting the target. I suspect, if anything, we're hitting the leprechaun. Not ideal, but okay until that last shot. A little high. Still high. We can't get this last one on before we move to the right-hand target. And even higher. All right, right-hand target. We'll take a look. Then we'll take our bonus shot and we'll go back to the table. 1. 2. See where that went high. It's definitely not. 3. Still high. Definitely not a gun for children or those without decent muscle. It's definitely a workout. No, I went low. That one hit just about where I was aiming. At least where I thought I was aiming. Could be a dangerous game on the bonus shot. All right, let's see our damage before we continue, family. All right, well, we put 2 into the leprechaun and then 3 off to the side. We put 4 shots up here and 1 down here on this one. And we shoot for the hat. The edge of this hat is already, we're shooting for that buckle. The edge of this hat's already got 3 shots sitting in it. See if we can't get a little more to the right of that and get our bonus, family. Looks like the sight may need adjusted again for my initial ones. That's all right. Here we go for all the marbles. Safety's on. There we go, family. See you at the table. All right, family. So we just finished shooting Beeman P17. More accurate than Papa. Boy, I think we all kind of figured that. So let's address the leprechaun in the room, shall we? Here's the target. You guys saw it as it happened. And honestly, we see signs it groups really well. The problem, Papa. Also, when I adjusted the sights, didn't adjust them so well. I thought I had, and I was rereading the owner's manual, instruction manual, whatever you'd like to call it. It says owner's manual on it for the sight adjustment. And what I thought was supposed to be up and down, even though it seemed like it was adjusting left and right when I did it, does do up and down. So I'll make those adjustments. Maybe we'll come back and visit. But we shot here. This is the only one we actually got on target. The rest went high. Oop, high. Then we came up here. We managed to catch the edge of this one. And again, outside of, nothing on the other three targets. But we did manage almost the buckle. That's close, family. It is just a hair above that buckle on the hat. So close. So 10 points for a total of 12 points. The curse of the 12 points continues for old Papa. So let's talk about the Beeman P17, since this is our first shots, first thoughts. You heard most of the shots while I was shooting. Trigger, absolutely phenomenal. It's got a little bit of travel initially, and then it's got a nice crisp, clean break, and it's lightweight. It does have the fiber optic sights, which worked well for old Papa's eyes, other than, you know, I had it aim still hitting high. We'll fix that. But it does group well, shoots better than I do. The only downside, the biggest downside I would say, is the cocking. We saw it's real easy to open, load that pellet. That's a little bit of awkwardness, but once you adjust to it, not too bad. Closing it and getting that. So it's important. It even talks about it in the owner's manual, not to put your hand on here for closing. So like I talked about while we were shooting, I like to grab just in front of that rear sight to be able to pull it back. And it's 30-something pound effort to pull back. So it is not for the faint of heart or faint of muscle. Not going to be for your youth. Shooting it, sure. Cocking it, portion, definitely not. And others who may have muscular atrophy or just haven't built up that muscle yet, not for them. If you're looking for a workout, I guess it is a source of workout. The other thing, making sure that you keep hand. Saw in the video, I kept my hand down here on the pistol grip, which is, Papa's got fairly small hands, and it's still comfortable for him. Hand down here while we were doing that closing effort. You do release with that hammer. Again, the Beeman P17 is Chinese, made in China, licensed replica of the Beeman P3 or the Wairao HW40. And from everything I've seen, it's supposed to be just as accurate, more or less. So I think Papa can only improve from here. Definitely my favorite of my pistols. I'm glad I picked this one up. So thanks for stopping by, family. We'll catch you next time. Papa T Adventures.